I have a viewer request for page 69.
69, dudes!
Peter, gonna go for it on YouTubes and the Twitters. And if you don't know Peter, what's wrong with you? Because when Peter wants 69, Peter gets 69.
That's what she said.
Michael!
And page 69 is a long one. It is the patron saint of bookbinders. Bookbinders. My binding is getting a little loosey-goosey here. Saint Columba. I've done a Saint Columba before, but this is the boy Saint Columba as opposed to the girl Saint Columba that we've already done. There's different Saint Columba, so don't get confused. Saint Columba was born about 521 and he died in 597. Feast day is June 9th, the day after my birthday. Here we go. By recognizing St. Columba as the patron saint of bookbinders, the church is in fact rehabilitating him. Interesting. Aziz, light. There we go. He'd really be more suitable as the patron saint of copyright infringement, plagiarists, and people who borrow books but never return them. This is great. I love it. Columba was born a prince of the O'Donnell clan of County Donegal in northwest Ireland. Another Irish one. Like so many Irish Christians of this period, Columba was an avid collector of beautiful books.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Really?
People know me.
I'm very happy for you.
I'm very important. I have many leather-bound books, and my apartment smells of rich mahogany. I mean, that's not stupid.
Columba called on Finian, abbot of Clonard Abbey, Finian had just returned to Rome, where he had bought a copy of St. Jerome's translation of the Psalms. Filled with superb hand lettering and border decorations, the book was a work of art. They always were. They always are. All the antique Bibles and books and things that were hand done. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. As Columba turned the pages of this treasure, he knew he had to have it. Ooh, intrigue.
Swiper no swiping! Swiper no swiping! Swiper no swiping!
Oh, man!
So every night after Finian and his monks had gone to sleep, Columba sat up making an exact copy. Was he that talented? Interesting, because those things are intricate and woo. Yeah.
Copies.
The Tomster, Tom Man, Tom Tom.
How you doing, Richard?
The Tomster making copies, Mr. Tom, Tommy.
He had just finished when Finian got wind of what his guest had been up to. Since the copy was unauthorized, Finian demanded that Columba hand it over.
Hey, the Ranster. Only one copy for the Randman.
Unauthorized?
Randy.
Did you have to be authorized to copy the Bible by hand? Did you have to have permission? Interesting.
Steve and Sandy, making copies. The Steve man and the Sandster, making copies.
Who is this guy? Do you know him?
Their argument grew heated, forcing the monks to step in and suggest that the cause be arbitrated by Diarmaid, Ireland's High King. Okay? Diarmaid. I don't know. I think I'm saying it right. Off, Finian and Columba went to the king's court. This is a saga, let me tell you, where each presented his side of the story. Diarmaid considered the case and then pronounced his verdict. Ready? Ready for the verdict? To every cow its calf, and to every book its copy. Barely able to conceal his rage, Columba surrendered his hard-earned replica. Here, take the book. Take it. Take it. Take it. I copied it, but you have to take it now. Now he nursed a double grudge against both Finian and Diarmaid. I'm gonna get you. Took my book. Upon returning home, Columba summoned the O'Donnell clan's chiefs and warriors over a book. He made a rousing speech claiming the king and the abbot had insulted him and that the clan's honor was at stake. Stirred by their kingsman's fiery oratory, the O'Donnells went to war against Diarmaid and Finian.
He consumed the English with fireballs from his eyes and bolts of lightning from his arse. A whole army of my countrymen, here in defiance of tyranny. You've come to fight as free men. And free men
This
you
is
are.
the first time I've had a page turner, a literal page turner. The two armies met on a plain beneath a mountain called Ben Bulben. Ben Bulben, where the O'Donnells inflicted a crushing defeat on Columba's enemies, leaving 3,000 dead in their wake.
To that, for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom!
This is over a book, by the way. He copied a book and had it taken away from him because it was unauthorized. So now 3,000 people have died. Just to recap here. The fight was regarded as a great victory in O'Donnell country, but Columba's private war didn't meet with much approval in the rest of Ireland. Because it was over a book. A book. Granted, I have books. I have many books. But I don't have one single book I would kill someone over. Just saying. At a special synod, I hope I'm saying that right. Synod. I'll put it here. Synod. Assembled to discuss the unfortunate event, bishops and abbots agreed that if every thin-skinned priest went to war each time his pride was wounded, Ireland would become a slaughterhouse. Okay, I'm going to say it. We just had 2 mass shootings here in the USA in the past week. They need to read this. perpetrators. Thin-skinned assholes that kill over stupid reasons. Okay, back to regularly scheduled programming. Most wanted to make an example of Columba by excommunicating him. St. Brendan, however, argued for a less severe penalty and urged merely exiling him from Ireland for life. The Synod was persuaded and voted Columba out of Ireland. Bye, Felicia. You killed 3,000 people over a book. Bye. Bye. They also commanded him to convert 3,000 pagans, one for each man who had died in the war. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
I have to read that again. They also commanded him. They commanded him to convert 3,000 pagans. They commanded him to convert 3,000 pagans. How? 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 Converting is voluntary and persuaded. At least an honest conversion. Conversion by sword is a different story. One for each man who had died in the war. I'm really befuddled here. Like, how? How can you tell someone to do that? "3,000 of our comrades died. Replace them with pagans who have converted to our faith." Oh God, the early church was wackadoodle. Wow. Okay, one more paragraph. The penalty of leaving his home forever brought Columba to his senses. Repentant and obedient, he sailed for the Isle of Iona off Scotland's western coast. Okay. From there, he launched a mission to the land of the Picts that, by the end of his life, brought many more into the church's fold than the 3,000 converts the Synod had demanded. The Picts, P-I-C-T-S, which I know were the ancient Scottish people who lived, well, they weren't Scottish, they were the ancient people of Scotland who lived there before Scotland was Scotland, if you know what I'm talking about. They're like the American Indians here and Aboriginals in Australia. The ancient Picts were pre-Anglo-Saxon and pre-Norse Scotland. Got it? Good. Okay. His image. Here. See, he's the boy version because we already did the girl version. So here's the boy version. Patron saint of bookbinders, because when you want to bind a book, and you know, if you need to pray over your bookbinding skills, ask help from the plagiarist. All right, that's all she wrote. Come back for episode 20.
Have a great day, guys. Don't forget to check out all my other videos on the channel and like and subscribe.